I'm going to be sharing, I don't know what other people shared, so maybe this is totally different from what they shared, but I'm going to be sharing something that that I feel that I am supposed to do in as I grow older. And so I haven't really, I told my family and I told my close friends, and this is the first time telling lots of people, so we'll see how that goes. So some of you probably know Youth Convention is coming up in 2 weeks, which is going to be great. But last year at Youth Convention, the theme was Live Dead, which is all about like missionaries and all that good stuff. And we were just doing this thing called the Eurasia Experience, where they set up a pretend market that they would have like in the Arab world. And we would walk through it, and like they had actors and all these people pretending that they were trying to sell us stuff. And so we did that, and then at the end, like they had a whole bunch of people talk that were like from around there and all this great stuff. And I really felt like I was supposed to be called into missions. And it was kind of like, I didn't know if it was a real thing or if I was just like making this up, like in spur of the moment. I thought it looked cool, so maybe I wanted to go. But so I was like, okay, whatever. And then the next day, we were having this like big worship thing, and everybody was like, it was all dramatic and stuff. And everybody got like they had for sale these bracelets that had cities around the world that did not have any churches at all. And I was wearing mine. And while like the worship was happening, I happened to open my eyes and look down, and I could see my bracelet. And on my bracelet there was a city called Erbil, and I had never heard of it before. I had no idea where it was, but for some reason it looked like a spotlight was on it. Like, I don't know, I like had no doubt in my mind at all that I was just making it up. There was something there that was really important. And so I only told the girls who were at Youth Convention, like at our 3 a.m. talk about what happens in our lives. I only told them, and I'm pretty sure when I got home, like I told my parents, like, hey, I'm kind of feeling called into missions, but I didn't tell them any details. And so then, like, long time happened. I occasionally thought about it, but not really. And then this past summer, me and Bria, we went to Lake Geneva Youth Camp, and which was great. And there was this one service where they were talking about Speed the Light. And Speed the Light is a organization that I'm pretty sure it's only youth. Yeah, youth is the only people who give money, but like they're really famous. And like they make lots of money, and they give all that money to, I'm pretty sure, all missions, yeah. And they were having this big service, and so then the guy was praying, and usually, like for me, if ever I'm like gonna be touched by God, I feel like it's always during some type of worship thing. That's when I get emotional. Like I know everybody's different, so. Like, it was really weird when all of a sudden I started getting really emotional during the prayer, because that never happens for me. But he was like talking about it, all this stuff, and I like talking about people in missions, and like they'd shown this like really sad video about all people getting touched, and all the people who hadn't even heard about God yet. And I happened to think about Erbil. And so, I forgot to say, so I did some research about Erbil, and Erbil is in Iraq. So it's a pretty big city, but that's where it is. So during the prayer, I happened to think about that, and so I was getting really emotional, and then I had all of these visions of what was going to happen there, and so that was really cool. But then I talked to, like, after that service happened, we had these little like group talks where we would talk about different things. And Brenna, who was our leader, I happened to like say something, and she was like, "Oh, tell me more." And so I told her, and she was like, we need to talk to someone about this. So she like grabbed me by the arm and walked me to go, like, cause the guy who talked, she was like, we're gonna go talk to him about missions. And his name was Kurt Wolf. And Brenna was like, this girl, you have to talk to her right now. And so then I told him, and he was like, that's great. There are 2 other girls who got called into missions today too. And so like he was like, we're gonna meet at lunch, and I'll talk to you about all this stuff because you wanna know what you're gonna do. And so we met at lunch, and one of the girls didn't sit with us. I don't know why, she was doing something. But the other girl, her name was Grace, and she is feeling called to Libya. So like we got to talk, and Kurt like told us all these like steps to do, like pray about it every day, tell your parents, but then, and like, I don't know, all this stuff. So, and he also said, it's really great that you guys got called at the same time, because now you have someone to talk to about it who understands, and also it's practice that you're not seeing each other, so then you're only texting and calling each other, so then when you do go to wherever you're going, you already have that practice talking to other people. So I think that's all I have.